Many people are still going to join. Don't worry. She been in Nigeria. Don't worry. Like I did tell people, right? For those who are shouting 2023, Shebi INEC has given you the date, Abi. February 18. Abi, 18th of February 2023. Oh dear. There are many, many of you that singular act alone is what will let you know how fake and fraudulent or how stupid possibly you have been, because some ignorance are selective ignorance. People choose to be ignorant. You know what I'm talking about. But your 2023 date has been set, right? That will be the date you are all going to go to the poll to decide how to break up Nigeria with what is going on. Give it time. Give it time. A country where they have destroyed everything so bad that even those who are part of government are now talking as if to say they are not part of government. They are now asking for help for people. I mean, for themselves and for the people. Meanwhile, they are the people in government. That's how confused things have become. There is a member of the House of Representatives who said a word I love to hear all the time to show that there are still people who have brains. Whether they can succeed or not, at least give it a shot. Impeach the lifeless terrorists. Arrest everybody that has been in his government. Prosecute them and jail them for crimes against humanity. But let's take impeachment for a start. I like this.
After this last resort of this summit, if nothing is done, brainstorming, spending resources to bring out solutions. If nothing is done and the executive did not do anything after some months of it, then definitely we call for the resignation of the president. We have the power for to impeach the president, that he cannot do this. He can no longer secure life and properties of Nigeria. So this is just like the last resort, and we are taking it very, very seriously. Like, we know the discussion we have to take to be able to come to this issue of having this summit. We know how we have to, how members were being talked to be able to understand that, look, okay, this summit that we want to have, let it be like a last shot to the executive, but sincerely, the Chamberlain and to Nigerians, we can assure Nigerians that with the resolutions and with what will come out of this summit, if the executive did not take this summit very seriously or to trash it just like other summits, then definitely the National Assembly will hit the gavel and look, Mr. President, give way to see who can come and implement our resolutions. Because we cannot continue to sit like this and see lives are being killed on a daily basis. Somebody must be responsible for something at the end of the day. Time has come that we will no longer sit under the and sweep things under the carpet or to be hiding behind the curtains. Time has come that we must see things eye to an eye, because now looking at the threats around the country, looking at how infrastructure of Nigeria is being captured, just like the governor of Niger have talked about Shiroro, and people don't understand how critical Shiroro is to Nigeria, where you have the dam, where you have electricity to the country. These people are going and capturing infrastructure that gives life to Nigeria. And I said this like in 2018 that, look, check the demography of where these people are capturing. And if you go to Plateau State and you see the demography of where lands have been grabbed, it's where they are all riverine areas, which means they are looking and capturing areas that will be able to give them life and to be able to sniff people out of life. God forbid tomorrow you find them around airport road and airport axis, which means they are going towards the airport. And once the airport is captured, the tower is captured, we are no longer there. Tomorrow, if Radio House is captured, which they are strategic in doing their thing. Why can't we be strategic? For them to capture Shiroro, it's not just like that. And God forbid. So this is the last resort we are trying to put up towards this summit. And I can assure you that after this summit, nothing is done. Definitely, you see the gavel from the National Assembly.
I like that. Somebody said that the audio, they want me to go back to that organic care voice. I don't understand what you mean. But again, I wouldn't understand how it sounds to you out there. So is the audio strange? Is it? I'm going to read my comments to be sure of that. However, yes, I love hearing that. Whether they're going to succeed or not, that is another thing entirely. Okay? The fact that they are able and bold enough to come up, just same way I am waiting for a time that somebody in that their National Assembly from southern Nigeria will rise up and it will raise move emotion on referendum and the breakup of Nigeria, and the whole place will just turn to wahala. Do you get that? Now I'm waiting for that day, and I know it's going to happen. You're just going to wake up one day and you're just going to hear that somebody has moved the motion for Nigeria to break up in the National Assembly, and there is wahala already. I am looking forward to that day. Yeah, people said the audio is very good. My brother, please check your device. Maybe you should, or maybe you have been so used to that Maiyegun's voice. There are people like that. Sometimes I get so used to things when they start sounding different. It means it's a Maiyegun talking. Don't worry, you'll get used to this as well, because this is permanent. This is permanent. However, if you are looking for those who are doing this member who just spoke now, right? He said something about the terrorists capturing strategic places. The reason why they want the South to terrorize the South as much as possible, and then demand for strategic places where they can settle down as a peace deal. They are capturing strategic areas to bring lives to themselves. And the government of Nigeria knows about it. The agent of government of Nigeria, Yoruba, Igbos, Hausa, Fulani, everyone working inside this Boko Haram's government, this Al-Qaeda people's court, they know about the intention. They just don't have the idea. They don't have the technique to bring it about without people knowing. Because they are not dealing with morons. You are killing people to claim their land, and then you want them to just then hand that over after the killings. Come on. After knowing your intention, it will be war. Forget it. So they know. And if you remember this video of 2018, before 2019 election, when Miyegun threatened the southern governors, the southern people, the Yoruba people, the Biafran people, the Job people, everyone from the southern Nigeria, including the Benue people, when they threatened them that if you don't give us the land, there will be no peace for anybody. Listen to this.
While we warn all state governors that stand against the implementation of the Ruga initiative to desist and give peace a chance, we place President Buhari and the federal government on notice that they must act to halt and completely stop this raging madness within 30 days, beginning from today, Wednesday, July 3, 2019. For the avoidance of doubt, we advise the federal authorities and the southern leaders to heed the 30-day notice, failing which we would most definitely be left with no option than to consider resorting to our decisive line of action. We remind the nation that so long as the Fulani will not be allowed to enjoy their citizens' right of living and flourishing in any part of this country, including the South, no one should also expect us to allow any Southerner to enjoy the same in northern Nigeria.
You get that? But this time around, they are not just limiting it to the northern Nigeria. Man, these are mean, bold terrorists on camera. Like, what the hell? That is what Nigeria has become. Okay? Meanwhile, that was not what APC Egbe promised us. Look at the result of that threat. This man is speaking in Yoruba, and I want you to listen to him. He is a victim of that threat, and so many people didn't leave to tell the story. He is living very far away from northern Nigeria, and this happened to him.
Kí ni orúkọ yín sà? Ọmọ olúbo ni?
Ọmọ bíbí ìlú Babode ni.
Ní local government wo ìlú wo ní orí
Ìwájú local government.
Ní state wo ni ẹ?
Ọ̀yọ́ state.
Ọ̀yọ́ state.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
àbá ìròyìn kan la ti ń gbọ́ nípa pé àwọn Fúlàní kọlù yín ṣé ẹ lè ṣàlàyé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan àti ibi tí nǹkan yẹn ti ń bọ̀ tó fi di pé ìkọlù yẹn wáyé.
wọ́n lè ṣàlàyé rẹ̀.
à ń gbọ́ yín.
ní ibi tí nínú oko mi tí mo ti ń dáko.
ibi olóko náà wà.
níbi adó yìí náà ni.
à ń gbọ́ yín.
so mo wá gbin àgbàdo síbẹ̀ àgbàdo yẹn ò tí ì ju ọjọ́ 4 lọ sí ọjọ́ 5 tí ó hù ṣùgbọ́n níjọ́ tí mo ti gbin àgbàdo kádàgbàdo tó hù láti fín gbogbo inú oko yẹn pẹ̀lú òògùn tí gbogbo kókó ti gbẹ mo sì wáá jókòó lọ́jọ́ yẹn láti sinmi díẹ̀ bí ọmọ Fúlàní kan ṣe ń darẹ̀ bọ̀ nìyí ọmọ Fúlàní yìí sì ní kì í ṣe àlejò ó ti pẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé ìjẹ̀gbẹ̀ ní máa fà ṣùgbọ́n àwa máa wò pé tó kéèyàn kò rí àbílí.
ó tó bí ọmọ ọdún mélòó lọmọ yẹn.
ó ti rí kọjá ọmọ 20 ọdún. tòun èmi wá kó níbi tí mo dáko sí mo lọ síbòmíì nígbà tí màá wá ṣẹ́rí bọ̀ mo rí i pé nínú oko tí mo ti fi tí mo gbìn gbàdó sí ó kẹ̀dá màálùú sí ni kódà màálùú ti lanú oko nìjà tá a ti fògùn fín wọ́n á sọ fún pé ṣé bó rí i pé a ti fín oko yẹn a sì gbin àgbàdo síbẹ̀ ó ní ilẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ni mo ní ṣé o wá lọ lọ́wọ́ òun tó wá gbalẹ̀ rẹ̀ ìwí jù báyìí lọ lọ́ bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ èmi náà bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí wọ́n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bú fùrọ̀ yá mi mo ní ọ̀dà ihun tí ó padà ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ sí ọ gbọ̀ngàn ò ní lára rẹ̀ torí lérí ilẹ̀ bàbá mi ni mo wà ní mo gbin àgbàdo sí yìí o lọ́wọ́ àdá màálùú sí ló fẹ́ fi màálùú bàá jẹ́ yìí o lọ́wọ́ à ń pe ilẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ni ṣé wọ́n lọ́lọ́run ọ̀hún ni àbí báwo ni tiẹ̀ ti jẹ́ ó sá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bú èébú lọ́ bá lọ èmi ò wí nǹkan mọ́ èmi bá fẹ̀yìntì níbi ìbòjì kan ní bá ń ka kéwú mi nígbà tó tó bíi wákàtí kan mo sáré pé ó dé àwọn méjì ni wọ́n bá ní màálù àwọn ti jẹ ògùn nínú oko mi o màálù 3 ti jẹ ògùn ó sì ti kémi wá lọ wò ó ní kọ̀rọ̀ ńbì kan ajá ní ń gbó ni o àgbò ní kẹ̀ ni o èmi ò tiẹ̀ hú kọ́ngbà tí mo ṣe ẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ ní ìsìnmọ̀ nípa bí màálù rẹ̀ ṣe kú àṣé bó ṣe yíjú sẹ́gbẹ́ kan wọ́n kẹ̀ fẹ́ gé irí mi ni àdá tó gbé báyìí ètè mi báyìí ni àdá bá bí ẹpọ́n ṣe sọ wọ́n bá kó tìrà mi sílẹ̀ tí bá wà pé kí n máa bá jà ó ṣe wáyé pé mi ní ìbá padà pa á níjọ́ ni ṣùgbọ́n lábẹ́ òfin mo fẹ́ lọ rìpọ́ọ̀tù ẹ̀ nílé aṣọ tí mo wá wọ̀ tó jẹ́ aṣọ ṣẹ́ níbi tí mo ti ń bọ́ṣọ lọ́wọ́ tí mo bọ́ṣọ tẹ́ tí mo wọṣọ mi tí máa wà lọlé aṣọ tó ti gba ọ̀nà ẹ̀kọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn èmi sì ti wà lérí máṣíìnì àdá tó gbé pé kóhun tó fi àdá gbé àyè ọwọ́ lọ́gbà dúró bó ṣe gé ọwọ́ mi nìyí ló wá fi di pé tòun tí ọwọ́ kẹtọ́ wá kùn tí ìbá wá fẹ̀kẹ́ mo wá gbé òun náà pẹ̀lú àdá rẹ̀ mo wá gbé fọ́lẹ̀ gbígbé fọ́lẹ̀ tí mo wá gbé fọ́lẹ̀ ni ọ̀wá fi lè lágbára àti ṣe nǹkan mọ́ ló ń kálukú fi túká èmi wá padà lọ ilé ní ìlẹ̀gùn máṣíìnì mọ́ kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn mi ó tó wá rí mi ọ̀sà dilé ọlọ́pàá ó dilé olóògùn bí àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ nísà ti wá padà ṣẹlẹ̀ ní nìṣẹ́.
kí ni ìgbésẹ̀ wo lọ́lọ́pàá gbé lásìkò gbà náà.
nígbà tí a délé ọlọ́pàá ó tó ọlọ́pàá fún wọn ní ọ́dà ní òtún ni wọ́n padà gbé mi lọ torí gbogbo àdúgbò wa báyìí wọ́n ní òtún ni wọ́n máa gbé mi lọ nígbà dédé ọlọ́pàá kọ̀ mọ̀ bí ó ti ṣe tọ́ra yà ń já tí wọ́n bá gbé mi kó lọ́dọ̀ wọ́n gbé mi lọ́dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá òtún yẹn òun lọ́wọ́ akọ̀wé pé wọ́n tètè máa gbé mi lọ ilé ògùn kíákíá.
ṣé Yorùbá ni ọlọ́pàá yẹn ni àbí Fúlàní àbáwúsá.
Yorùbá ni.
ó náà wò lè sọ̀rọ̀ ń pẹ̀.
ó ní pé òtún ní headquarter ká máa lo òtún ṣùgbọ́n báyìí lótú ẹni tí ń bẹ lótú yẹn ó sáà àtẹ́ǹdì sí mi dáadáa kódà ó bá mi délé ògùn kíákíá ni wọ́n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí street mi láàrin ìṣẹ́jú 15 tí wọ́n ń treat mi àwọn aráàlú mi wọ́n ti gbìyànjú wọ́n ti gba ọmọ nìmú ṣùgbọ́n gbígbá tí wọ́n gbá a mú ọlọ́pàá yẹn bá gbà á ó tì í mọ́lé wọ́n wá sọ fún wa pé lọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọ̀gá àwọn oníbàdàn ní Yàgànkú níbẹ̀ làwọn ò gbé ẹjọ́ nì lọ bọ́lọ́run fẹ́ àwọn ẹgbẹ́ àgbẹ̀ àwọn tá a jọ jẹ́ àgbẹ̀ àwọn náà bá yarí pé kì í ṣe pé ilé ọlọ́pàá nìkan àwọn lọ kóòtù ni tó níbi wọ́n wá ti gbé ẹjọ́ yìí lọ kóòtù níbi ọ̀rọ̀ tí wá padà yípo nìyí ògbóǹgbà tí wọ́n gbé ẹjọ́ yìí lọ sí kóòtù tí àwọn ẹgbẹ́ àgbẹ̀ gbé ẹjọ́ lọ kóòtù tí wọ́n wá discharge mi ní hospital tí mo délé déètì tí wọ́n mú pé wọ́n á lọ fún ẹjọ́ wọ́n bá ní déètì yẹ pé coronavirus kò jẹ́ kí wọ́n lè ṣe nǹkan kan mọ́ báwo ló jẹ́ tó ṣe yẹ ó sá jẹ́ ìbànújẹ́ ńláńlá fún mi tó ńgbọ̀ wá pẹ́ díẹ̀ wọ́n bá tán wá bá mi pé àwọn ọba àtàwọn òjòyè ìlú làwọn àwọn sọ̀rọ̀ ní àwọn yanjú ẹ̀ bí lọ́sàdì pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí padà fẹ́ di ohun tó túká àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ìlú gbìyànjú láti jà yìí pé báwo ni ẹ̀ ò ní ṣe jẹ ní àwọn yìí pẹ̀lú ọwọ́ rẹ̀ kí ló lè fi ṣe mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà làwọn ẹgbẹ́ àgbẹ̀ tó àwọn ìlú náà láwọn
kí ni
níbi
wọ́n
pé
ṣe fún àwọn fúlàní ìgbà náà ìgbà tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ni àwọn aráàlú ṣe fún àwọn fúlàní.
wọn ò ṣe kankan fún wọn o lẹ́yìn pé nígbà tí wọ́n ti mú ọmọ tó yé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ sí tí wọ́n sì ti mú lọ sí ìyàgbẹ́.
òní lọ́jọ́ Sunday 25/2021 lọ́jọ́ tèmi àti àáfàá tá a pàdé ara wa tí wọ́n ń ṣàlàyé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nípa ara àwọn ọwọ́ tí ẹ̀ ń wò yìí ẹ nawọ́ yẹn sókè àbá òun ni àwọn fúlàní gé o ọwọ́ tí àáfàá tí wọ́n ná sókè ní fúlàní gé bọ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà náà kí wàá ní àjọṣepọ̀ lẹ́yìn àtàwọn fúlàní yẹn nísìnyí báyìí.
Thank you very much. I've tried my best to add a little bit of interpretation of what he was saying. Okay, so I'm not going to be going back on that, but summarily, he was on his farm. Okay, where he just planted, maize or corn, and then they fleeted the area with some chemicals. Okay. So these young Fulanis grazed their cows to his farm, fed on the grass, and he challenged them. And they told him that the land belonged to God. So it's not his land. So an hour later, the two boys returned to accuse him of killing their cows who fed or who grazed on his farm. So when he was there, he said when he was there to look back, they were trying to cut off his head where he was sitting down there, relaxing on his farm. They wanted to cut off his head and ended up, cutting off his, lip or so. Then when it was, that led to the argument of fight, abuse, blah, 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 blah. When he was leaving, they were actually trying to cut off his head the second time until he used his hand to block the cutlass. And that was how. And when they saw him down, that he couldn't really do anything anymore, they didn't go ahead to. Normally, they would machete him and just kill him there. They didn't. They left him until the people saw him, took him to the hospital, to the police station, and on and on and on. Until when the boys were arrested, they were apprehended by the people in the area. They apprehended the boys. Police took them, transferred the case from that community to Iyagan or to Ibadan, the headquarters. Well, after that, that led to a court case when the farmers decided that they were going to take them to court, that this is becoming too much. That has been destroyed. There is no court case anymore because they control the courts. In Yoruba land, you have no right. You have no law protect you in today's Nigeria. Even though the Lagos political jobbers, which Tifnumbu is their warlord, including fake Pastor Ruga, who is also their own representative inside the Aso Rock. They put together a video to tell us that whatever was happening in northeast of Nigeria with Boko Haram, it would never, ever, ever spread beyond the Borno. But today, Boko Haram are now in Yoruba land, kidnapping Yorubas. All we are waiting for, or maybe all they are waiting for right now, is the day we are going to wake up and the news will say they have kidnapped school children in Ibadan, or they have invaded a university in Lagos and they have kidnapped a total number of this or that students. Maybe then everybody will know that Nigeria is not for you. Nigeria is not for you, no matter how much you try. They dropped this fake video to hoodwink you that you will never, ever, never again, they called it, never again would terrorize Nigerians. Today, Nigeria is the third most terrorized country in the whole world. And some people are telling you that don't bring war, don't bring war. Watch this, 2014, 2015.
Kai, if you think election can save you, then you are only joking. Wallahi, we'll keep kidnapping your wives and daughters, we will steal your properties until you give us our rights. What we demand for is what we're asking. I have all my men on standby. As a matter of fact, we're ready to disarm and do anything to anybody. This election cannot save you, Pa. I have said it, and so shall it be. If you don't give us our right, we're going to destroy and destabilize this nation. I have said it, and that is how it's going to be. Aruma Sefi, have you people heard me? That is my final say. Ahmed! Ibrahim!
Do you remember that? Today, they are now using that big armor to crush you whenever you ask them to save you from the terrorists. That is the state of things. Now, these same terrorists are moving weapons to eastern Nigeria, and they have already dropped the hint in the media accusing ESN, IPOB of what they are planning themselves. They are moving weapons. They have moved enough weapons anyway. They are just trying to activate those weapons where they can start the mass killings of Biafrans. And it is the job not to go after the terrorists, but to go after those who are asking them to stop the terrorists. They're going to do the same thing to us in Yoruba land. That is my fear. That is my worst fear. And the likes of Tifnumbu and Co., they don't care. Yorubas are refugees in Benin Republic as we speak. More people are being displaced in Yoruba land as we speak. But they said, don't be an alarmist. Don't be an alarmist. Stop making everybody feel like, there's going to be this. But people are being killed. People are being killed. And these criminals who cannot tell us how the terrorists got into Nigeria, these criminals who cannot tell us how many of them they have been able to track, these criminals, DSS, the Aura Secret Service, who cannot tell us who are the sponsors of bandits, sponsors of Boko Haram, because we know them, the sponsors of terrorists, the sponsors of Boko Haram, they are those in government. These same criminals, the Aura Secret Service, they are about to commit genocide, and the whole world should pay attention. The whole world should pay attention. So that when the time is right to start picking up those who have committed crimes against humanity, these are a bunch of killers, religious fanatics, terrorist apologists. They have publicly confessed it. Now they have the power to make everybody bleed. The whole world should pay attention to this. The whole world. If any war starts in eastern Nigeria, it is caused by the Al-Qaeda People's Congress, Al-Qaeda People's Court, APC, and the same thing they are planning for the eastern Nigeria is the same thing they are planning for the western Nigeria. It's the same thing they are planning for the Niger Delta part of Nigeria. It is what they are doing in Benue, middle belt of Nigeria. It is the same agenda, whether they are in PDP, whether they are in APC, it is the same agenda. The whole world should pay attention. It's important. The collateral move from Southwest, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the humbled slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, right? They are going to be the collateral mumus. But for those of you who are wise, listen to the voice of reason. Voice of reasoning. The people who cannot keep you safe now will tell you anything simply because all they needed is just to keep you alive long enough to make up the statistics before you die. How many should die before everyone knows that Nigeria is not for you? This same lifeless criminal in 2014, 2015, he was jumping and gallivanting and jumping up and down, telling you the same thing he's going to tell you again in the next few months. Do you suffer? No, they tire you. Then swear for you to come to this world, be born a Nigerian, a Nigeria that they have, they've made of it, right? Then you want to die by keeping people who want to have you remain who you are. You want to keep them as who you are, because the more you keep them, the more you remain as who you are. They told you the same thing in 2014. Have you forgot? I mean, you shouldn't have forgotten this. the lifeless criminal, Jaga bandit, the Jaga were, the Jaga addict, the Ashiwaju and Ole, Ashiwaju and Wagberu, the the number one pickpocket. They call him the Lagos landlord, a rent seeker, jobless, lazy, unproductive criminal. Thanks to politics. If not for politics, God knows what he would have been. Maybe he would have been a 419 kingpin. But today, he is the leader of all the Agberos, leader of all the criminals who have made life a hell for all of you. Congratulations.
Every nation have a period of their own challenges. When America was challenged, they turned to one great man, their ex-military general, General Eisenhower. Correct? When French was challenged, they turned to their general, Charles de Gaulle. Correct? When Britain was challenged, they turned to their great general, Winston Churchill. Correct? Today, Nigeria is challenged, economically challenged, physically challenged, security challenged. Who do we turn to? General Muhammad Buhari is the right man for the job.
Differently by different people. Man of integrity, man of honor, incorruptible. Some simply say you are phenomenal in Nigeria's political landscape. How will you describe yourself personally? Who is Muhammadu Buhari?
Well, I like to start by praising teachers of my generation. I spent 9 years in boarding school, 3 years in primary boarding, and 6 secondary school. Now I think they do 5 years or 4, I don't know how many years. The teachers then, they were treating children and students like their own children. If you do well as a student, they praise you in the classroom and in the assembly hall, which is held daily, 6 times a week. If you misbehave, you will be flogged in front of your class or in the whole assembly hall. So the best out of you is brought physically and academically. You have to be well to survive. You have to do well, be doing well to survive. I was a class monitor. I was a junior prefect. I was a senior prefect. I was a head boy. I earned all those, and I know what I went through. But without good teachers, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
So who is Muhammadu Buhari?
I think I went through hell throughout my career in the military. I was a lieutenant in Lagos during the first coup, 15th January 1966. And if you bother about Nigerian history, you read coup, counter coup, civil war, coup, counter coup. I was all in it, including in detention for 3 and a quarter.
You get that? Coup, counter coup, coup, counter coup. That is your own Winston Churchill, as told by the, jobman Tifnumbu. Your own Winston Churchill. Listen to your Winston Churchill. Or maybe you should listen to him this way, because there was a one where they asked him who wants to be the president, right? Listen to your Winston Churchill, because Tifnumbu is coming back. Well, they're already doing it anyway. They're already telling you that he is going to take over from your Bukwari and then possibly lead you to God knows where. What do you call it? Mr. Bukwari, who wants to be the president.
Let's play Who Wants to Be Our President. Question 1 for House of Assembly. What is the full meaning of APC?
All Progressive Confidence.
Sorry, but the correct answer is All Progressive Congress for the seat of the Vice President. What is the name of the current vice presidential candidate of the APC?
Professor Yemi Osunbade.
Wrong again. The answer is Professor Yemi Osinbajo for the seat of the President of Nigeria. What is the full meaning of INEC?
Independent Nigerian Electoral Commission.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Sorry, the answer is Independent National Electoral Commission. Sorry, but you've finished all your lifelines on who wants to be our president. Please try again some other time. Thank you.
So that's why I'm going to meet you again tonight. When they dish this out and tell you that they have an answer, they don't have any solution. It's the same thing. It's a big industry, like a big multi-billion dollars industry. Terrorism in Nigeria, everybody is cashing out on the blood of their own people. Do you get what I mean now? So we won't believe them. The same way they came out to tell you that Owerri prison was broken into by the ESN. It is called gaslighting. They will gaslight you. Then the whole people, everyone who is probably waiting for you to be killed, just like as it is in Nigeria now, right? When you see any APC, Egbe, defender or supporter, the Buhari idiots, the collateral mumus, they are just the, They are just the premium Shekau. They are all potential terrorists. The only difference between them and Shekau boys and the bandit and the rest is that they are using their phones. Those ones are using AK-47. But that is just about the tools. They can drop, the one holding phone can drop the phone anytime and then pick up his own AK-47. When you see any Al-Qaeda People's Congress anywhere, right, is a potential one, especially those ones from Lagos. I know them very well. They are potential criminals too. It's a criminal enterprise. You get that now? But we'll come to that later this evening. If you have the time to join me, please do. Okay? Before they gaslight Sunday Igbo, before they start killing our people on our streets, which is just just few more days, weeks, or even months away, they are waiting. And it's going to happen. So we need you to know that when they cook up all these things, they are not talking to stupid people. Okay? Nigerian army, Nigerian government, they are moving weapons to the eastern Nigeria to start a genocide, a war before the end of this year. And they have done everything to prepare them for that now. Okay? And if you believe them, you are supporting genocide in Nigeria. Watch what you write on social media, by the way, because all of that will be picked up as Nigerian government and the politicians are gearing towards committing genocide in eastern Nigeria, using the Fulani terrorists in uniform to kill innocent people in eastern Nigeria. We will be documenting everyone supporting them, including all of you. And there's nowhere you are living that is hidden. Okay, so we tell them, just same way I was screaming in 2018 when they were about to kill Nnamdi Kanu. You remember? Same way I said, if anything happened to him, just forget it. It will just quicken up or fasten up the end of Nigeria. Now, they didn't stop, right? They are doing it again. They've done it again in Imo, and they are planning to do more. When that time comes, they will not find any ally, any friend in Yoruba land that will hail them in killing the Igbos. And I'm saying that to you now because when they finish with the Igbos, they are coming to us. And there is no excuse that they won't give. Even our own political criminals, our religious leaders, they will be preaching to us to relax. It's not just to die. It's good to die. That's what they will be telling you, just as they are telling all of you now to wait for 2023. What they are saying to you is that don't worry. If you just die, if you don't die, then we'll meet in 2023. Just wait till 2023 then before we'll do anything. That is if you make it to 2023. Some of you will even die not because of the gunshot from the terrorist or the cutlass or machete wound from the terrorist. The hunger that is in the land right now is enough to indict those criminals and stop them from parading themselves as speakers and representatives of Yoruba people. I'm saying this with all sense of responsibility and patriotism. I'm a Yoruba man. Being part of Nigeria right now has endangered us. For those who haven't accepted yet, those living in denial, will give you your time. Exercise your doubt as long as you want. Something is going to get you back and whip you back on the line. And you're going to toe the line. All right? We'll give you the time. Thank you so much, guys. So I'm going to see you later tonight. If you have the time, join me on Maiyegun's Diary Politico YouTube. Good morning. Thank you so much, Lizzie, for your super sticker there. I nearly missed that. I've got loads and loads of comments popping up, but good enough. I saw it. Thank you. So, guys, see you later and good morning.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádùn yẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Kíkó nìna kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí fa. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.